All right, explain more.
Electoral college is who elects the president. So let's say Florida has X amount of votes.
Recently, because that's a recent thing.
What? Electoral college?
The electoral college. It hasn't always been like that.
Yes, it has. It's always been that way. Yes, it has. We've never elected the president, fam. It's always been electoral college.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm going to show you wrong.
The people vote, right? The people vote, and then it says, hey, state, we want X for our president. Cool. And then state goes, hey, country or Senate or whoever, we want X for our state. Our state says we want X. Okay, cool. But as we've seen in recent years, there's been numerous recounts, fuck-ups, mishaps, lost data, stolen data. They're going to get in who they want to get in, fam. Your vote does not matter. Like, I don't care what commercial you say or what you watch. The right to vote is a privilege, yes. But your local government matters a lot more than what your presidency does. Because we do not elect a president. They're going to get in who they want, regardless of who you vote for, fam. Because your vote is only a suggestion of who you would like to see. It's not who's actually going to get elected. Because if that's the case, Hillary had more votes than Trump in 2016. But again, it's not a popular vote presidency. It's an electoral college which is ran. As long as you win the states that matter, that have more electoral college votes than the next, you're going to win. And those states are going to get in who they want to get in. Middle America is what runs the country. Middle America is going to get in who they want to get in every year, and it's been that way. It's going to continue to be that way.
You were right. I misspoke.
I know. All facts. Told you, bro.
Electoral college has been in there from the very.
I tried to tell, fam. I just told you I went to school for this shit.
Hey, listen, man. Hey, when I'm wrong, bro. I'm not crazy enough. I mean, I'm not stupid enough not to admit I'm wrong. I'm not. So.
That's why it's always been a fucking sham. If you remember back in early 1900s, when J.P. Morgan, Rockefeller, Vanderbilt, they bought the presidency because the Democratic president, I think it was William McKinley, who was the president at the time, and they had a Democrat. I don't know if it was Roosevelt or somebody. I forgot who it was. Anyway, the Democratic Party was going to change how big business ran. Like, instead of it being a monopoly, they wanted to marginalize it, break it up. You don't make as much money. So they literally bought the president, fam. They bought votes. Like, back then, they had so much money that they bought the president in. He was assassinated, but they brought him in.
JFK? No, I was going to say JFK. He bought the presidency too.
Well, yeah, I mean, the mafia killed him.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of the conspiracy theories. But, like I could be here all day talking about this shit because I love this shit. But, fam, we do not do anything but sit here and watch. We are fucking pawns in a chess game, fam. That is it. That's it. Yeah.
Well, then. Enough of that shit.
It is going to be interesting this year, though, because the country's very divided. Like, I was actually going to the store today, and on the corner, there were fucking Trump supporters. And,
fam.
And you know what? It's cool. Like, listen, I don't judge. You can vote in who.
No, I judge.
No, I don't.
I definitely judge.
I don't, because
I'm definitely judging you if you are a minority of any sort and you are a Trump supporter. 1,000%
I don't, because that's your right.
Fuck that.
That's your right. You can literally choose vote for whoever you want for. And truthfully, I don't give a fuck who you vote for.
Fam,
but
what kind of sense does that make?
What? That I don't care who you vote for?
No, not that. If you're a minority and you're voting for Trump, what kind of sense does that make?
If you have a lot of money, it makes sense. It doesn't matter about color when you have a lot of
I'm not
green.
talking about those.
That's why you would vote for Trump.
I'm talking about those who aren't in the top 1% of the 1%.
Mm-hmm. Well, some people like what he's doing. Some people like that, again, you may not agree with it, but you have to respect their decision, because that's the whole point of this country, is to respect people's decisions. I'm not saying that you have to agree with it. Right. I don't. Cool. I don't agree with what he does. I don't agree with what any motherfucker does. They're all fucking liars, bro. Every politician's just a liar. They just spin the bullshit. That's their job. You ask them a question, they give you a 74-minute winded answer without answering shit. And you think you got the answer, but he didn't say nothing, or she didn't say anything to you. But that's a whole nother conversation. What I was going to say is, today, when I was going to the store, there were Trump supporters on the corner. It's cool. Like, whatever. You could do whatever you want, vote for whoever you want. But don't brainwash your child, like your 8-year-old out there, like, screaming Trump. Like, they don't even know about anything about politics. And, it's like kind of like racism where the kid's not born racist, but when you bring them up in that, you know what I'm saying? Like they're going to be racist as they get older. Same thing. Like they're not in politics. They don't need to know about that at that age. Right. So you shouldn't have them out there campaigning with you to vote for Trump. It's just crazy to me.
That shit to me is like let's keep it a buck. Like every parent brainwashes their child at some point. At some point, or to a certain point. It's not at some point, to a certain point, because you're teaching them what you believe, right? Until they learn, until they grow up and learn their own way or their own, whatever, do their own discovery or whatever. But well, I guess it goes back to what your point is, right? If you're a parent and you are an avid Trump supporter, then you're going to tell your kid to believe what you believe. So I guess in that aspect, it's
kind of crazy. And you know what? Stupid. I grew up completely different.
Right.
I grew up, and this was across the board with anything.
Okay.
I wasn't coerced into anything that my parents did. They let me choose everything.
Okay.
Religion, politics. Like they didn't say you have to do X.
Right.
You have to abide by X. They didn't do any of that. They showed me what was out there. Like religion. Hey, did you know this religion does this? They do this. They do that. But we're not going to force one on you. You can be whatever you want. We don't care.
So what do you, if you don't mind me asking, what is your religion? Or do you have one?
I don't follow religion.
Okay.
I don't believe in that aspect too much. It's just like, because especially like my family's, I guess the white side of my family is like Catholic and whatever.
Yeah.
And like they're not diehard Catholics, but I'm like, how can you be Catholic when the dude who's telling you it's a sin to be gay and it's a sin to do this, then he's going to butt fuck the kid in the basement? Like that's insane to me, bro. Right. Like you're literally just sat up here for 2 hours and you asked me for 10% of my money. Tell me that it's not cool to be gay. It's a sin. I'm going to hell. Then you go do wild gay shit with a kid. That's insane to me. Like that's crazy. Right. It's like, how can you believe in that? And you still go back every week.
Right.
Like that's just one religion, and then everyone has their own belief. But I was never brought up like that. I was never brought up to, hey, you have to believe in this. You have to believe in this.
Right.
This is the right way. I was always shown the options and I was able to choose for myself.
Right.
I think that's the best way, because then they're not coerced, and then you get to see things through a different light. Like you get to see why people believe in what they believe in.
Right.
And that's just religion. Of course, everything else too. But I don't think involving your 8-year-old campaigning for Trump is a good idea, because he probably don't even know what the fuck's going on or whatever Trump's trying to do.
No, he definitely don't.
Nor should he be privy to that information. I mean, I get you shouldn't like shelter your kids, but he doesn't even understand politics probably or what it's even about. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
No, that shit is wild, bro. That shit is totally wild, because I don't know. I got 2 kids, and I haven't forced anything on either one. I don't force anything on either one. They have their own belief. At least my older one has his own beliefs. My younger one, he don't know shit about no fucking politics. So
yeah, he don't care either.
Yeah, all he wants to do is how can I put that ball in the goal or put the ball in the basket? That's it. That's all he cares about right now. So
right, and that's it. Like a kid should be able to live a kid's life, and I'm not saying that like they need to be exposed to shit, but I don't think because my family, like my aunt, like she shelters her kids kind of in a way.
Yeah. Like
they're only around white people.
Right.
They're not around people of color.
So they're not going to know how to react or
that's
how to
what I'm
interact,
saying.
I should say.
Like you need to be around other people besides you.
Right.
Of what you are. You need to be around different cultures. Right. So when you go to school or you go off to college, you're not like either super scared or you're not acting out wild crazy.
Right.
Like you need to be around different shit.
Yeah, I mean, and that's at the end of the day, that's just what it is, right? Like you got to be diverse. Like this, what this country is built up on,
especially now.
Yeah, for sure.
Like everyone, there's going to be no pure race pretty soon.
Yeah,
like of course there always be one.
There's not one now. I don't think. Really?
Not really. I mean, there is, but there isn't. Like, it's not going to be like it used to be, because like even with dating, like my parents were never like, "Oh, you have to date a black woman or you have to date a white woman."
Yeah,
like, they're like, well, date whoever you want, fam. Like, we don't care.
I mean, that's how I feel about it.
Like, I don't really care, like, what color the person is and like, that doesn't matter. Like, who the fuck cares if they're white or if they're black or if they're Asian or Indian? Like, who cares?
Yeah.
We're all people. Like, that's my whole theory with anything. Like, even with, like, people at work, like, we had the CEO come. So everyone's like on their P's and Q's and all this crazy shit. I'm like, fam, he's a human being, my nigga. If we were in the jungle, in the woods, being chased by gorillas, his CEO status don't matter. He's running just like we are from the gorillas, fam.
Like, I've never understood that. Like, you have your set of rules that you
abide by.
Right. In the call center or in your job or your office, your whatever.
Right.
Why, if these are the rules, right, you're allowed to wear jeans. Right, you're allowed to be on the internet. You're allowed to have
listen
a book
to music,
at your desk.
whatever
The fucking case is. Yeah. Why is it the moment that you want to have a visitor or somebody from a different office or the higher position comes rolled around, you want to fucking act like this is not what you do?
Word,
it's in the fucking rules that you're allowed to do it.
I say the same shit. I'm like, fam, if wherever you're working has been producing, like, the work has been good and the numbers have, if it's a numbers job, have been okay. Why not show them your natural work environment and how those numbers got there?
Exactly.
Opposed to showing them a Powell's piece of shit.
No, fam, that should be that
shit is so fucking corny to me.
Like, why are you want to show off the fact that you're doing well, like you were just saying, right? Then show them how it is that you're doing well. Don't come up with this bullshit that we dress to the nines every day and there's no distractions, there's no this, there's no dog. Show them the real.
Right. Show them how you got here.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that shit pisses me off.
Like, I get it. Like, corporate America, whatever the fuck, you know, maybe I'll never move up to the point where I'm in charge because, fam, nah. That's why I love my new boss. My new boss, she's as real as it comes. She's like, yeah, no, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
Who's coming? Yeah, all right. Hey, yeah, no, we're not doing that.
Yeah, who cares? Like, who cares? No. Don't let me be the boss. It'd be Griselda through the whole building.
No, it won't.
You walk in, Fendi seats playing every day as you walk in, bro.
Nah.
Machine, bitch, I will.
Jesus Christ. Your ass will get sued like 10 times.
That'd be the whole music while you on hold waiting for somebody to pick the phone.
Fucking Griselda music. Niggas will shoot themselves, man. Niggas are dead. That should be depressing sometimes,
that should be fire. Like, oh, word? Nah, yo, put me back on hold, fam. You don't even got to pick the phone up, bro.
Nah.
That shit's crazy.
No way in hell, bro.
Yeah, nah, that'll never fly.
Oh, shit. That shit's funny. So what else you got? I don't got anything else, man.
Nah, I think that's it for the week. Yeah, we covered everything. Davies, the
the last thing, and not to end on a low note, but I'm not going to end on a low note, but because this was actually really a celebration. Even though it made me cry, a lot of crying, you know, this shit's still remembering all the good things of Kobe and Gianna from their celebration of life at the Staples Center. One of the funniest moments was Shaq's story about him passing the ball and shit like that.
Yeah.
And he was like, you know, he's like B. Shaw and Rick Fox were coming up to him and was like, yo, Kobe's not passing the ball. He's like, all right, let me go talk to him. And he goes up to Kobe and he's like, hey, Kobe, you know there's no I in team. And he goes, yeah, but there's an M-E in that motherfucker.
That's big. Yeah, how many times I done said that? That's big facts right there, bro.
Shaq says he went back to B. Shaw and to Rick Fox and said, just go ahead and get ready to rebound because he ain't passing that motherfucker.
Like, yo, all right, so we going to do the boxing one and we just going to get these boards and pass it back out. Like, that's all we got to worry about. You know, that's big facts, though.
No, it's a fact. And you know, it was good to hear those stories. You know, again, it made me cry and shit like that because Vanessa and her stories and the kid from Oregon and her story. You know what I'm saying? A lot of that shit. And his agent, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that today. So I definitely wanted to give the Staples Center, the Lakers, and LA a shout out for a job well done because that shit was really dope. And everybody who attended, you know, and was there in person and all that stuff, everybody who had an opportunity to speak, Jordan, you know, and everybody. Yeah, that was really, really, really well done, and very, you know, a very good send off for a legendary guy. So, R.I.P. to him, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
So all that said, what you got for today?
Today, Lloyd Banks, fabulous and